Okay, guys, so I'm back, and I was deciding what I wanted to post next, but I thought, on Reddit, some things that I see a lot is love, attracting love. This isn't necessarily a video for a specific person. This is just love in general, right? So, say you are a guy watching this or a female, and you've been unlucky in love, and you just want to attract love, in general, without them ghosting you or running for the hills, or hot and cold behavior, or they have a third person, or they're married even with a third person. That kind of situation, right? All negative aspects of situations, right? So what it is, it's not them. The issue out here is not the people that you're encountering. It's not, bless you, it is not, okay? It is not them. It's not, I attract the wrong kind of people. When you think that way, guess what's going to happen? You're attracting the wrong kind of people. You're attracting what you don't want. So you just keep, it's like you're on this merry-go-round and you just keep going round and round and round. And it's literally the same thing over and over again. But yet you can't figure out why. So I'm going to tell you why. It's what you assume. Literally. It's what you assume, but it's not them. It's you. It's within. Okay. So after I broke up with my ex years ago, I went into an avoidant state. I avoided love. Still have up until about a month ago. Once I realized I was the problem and it wasn't all these people out here, I was like, damn, what is wrong with everybody today? They all be ghosting. My Tinder I have like 1,000 likes, but I got all these weirdos in my inbox. Plenty of Fish was just a nightmare. And I'm like, got off there. Like, what is wrong with these people? I couldn't figure it out. I had a few dates that were just weird. And I'm like, oh my God, if this is what's out here, I'm going to die alone. Like, that's what I was thinking, right? Then it dawned on me once, because I realized when I'm talking to these girls, whoever's watching me, listen to what I'm saying. I realized a pattern, and it was like a light bulb moment, right? Went off in my head. How come all these people are doing all the same things? They're all acting the same way. Some of them are ghosting me. Some are running for the hills. Now, granted, I'm into metaphysics and in quantum physics. I'm a science dork. My degree's in biology. That's me. So I can see that being uncomfortable for some people. But it was deeper than that. Like, I just couldn't figure it out. I'm like, man, dating has always got bad. But then I look back, because I've been single most of my adult life, and I look back like my late teens, my early 20s, through my 20s, and into my 30s, and I'm like, okay, there's a pattern. I think it might be me. My ego's like, no, it ain't me. I'm awesome. It ain't me. It's these freaking people out here. They're deranged. There's something wrong with them. But honestly, no. The problem was me. I had an avoidant attachment style. I had this, I don't know. I was just a mess. A mess. So I was attracting the same situations over and over and over again. And then occasionally I'd get this one 3D appearance from some random dude that was like, I'm in love with you and I want to be with you, and wouldn't leave me alone. And I'm like, where the fuck did you come from? Because I didn't manifest that. Right? Oh yeah, I did. So what it was is, I'm like in my head, like, I am chosen. I am love. I am just awesome, right? So that's where the obsessor would come in, right? They would come in chasing me like a bat out of hell and be like, hey, I want you. And you're like, no. So that happened. But back to my Tinder, in my dating, non-existent dating life, right? I can count on one hand over the years how many dates I've had. So it was just always the same. So I'm like, okay, there's something wrong here. Most recently, one of my very good guy friends who used to hit on me all the time, blocked me. He got a girlfriend and he blocked me. And they broke up, and he recently sent me a friend request, and I said, I know I didn't delete you, but I didn't realize until I got your friend request that you weren't on my social media anymore. I'm not that active on Facebook, but anyway. So he's like, no, she did, because I liked a couple of your posts. I was like, oh, okay, so she's insecure. Whatever, that's my assumption. I'm going with it. So it's true for me. She was insecure. So, long story short, he was saying things back to me that I was telling myself in my mind to my subconscious. I shit you not. Like her, I literally thought about this, another couple guy friends. They got in these serious relationships and they unfriended me and other girls, and I thought, it's the girl doing it. And he literally confirmed that back to me. Because his girl did it. And I was like, I knew. I was right. So that's how it is. If I had a boyfriend, well, it depends on his feelings. I guess those matter. So, never mind. That's just that's a bad example. So, anyway. So, yeah, he literally repeated back to me what I was thinking in my head about other situations. It was weird. And the more the conversation kept going, the more and more that he was more the obsessive stalker type. Just like I remembered, just like that one weirdo coming flying at me at a 3D, he was one of them. But I like him as a friend, so I kept him around. And he's nobody from my hometown or anybody I grew up with or anything. He's just a guy that I met a few years back. But we'll never date. I'll tell you that right now. But I wish him well, and I manifest for him to find happiness. Anyway, moving on. So, when you realize that the same situations that keep coming to you, the ghosting, the hot and cold, the person not paying attention to you, or you being left on red, whatever, you'll realize the problem is you. The problem, guys, was me. It wasn't the people out here. Nothing's wrong with the dating world out here. It's you. So if you change your assumption about how you look at love and how you are a priority and you always get what you want and people love and adore you and spoil you because I am. Okay? So if you do these things and you stick with it and you actually beat it through your head enough to where it gets in your subconscious mind, guess what? It's going to start reflecting back to you. For the longest time, I would have guys not even hold doors open for me, and the door was slamming in my face walking into, like, the Walmart or something, or the gas station. But now I've had guys run up to the door just to hold it open for me. Weird. I've had guys pay for my fountain drink, because I love fountain drinks, right? I'll go get my Diet Mountain Dew, and I've had, like, one night my aunt was with me and we stopped at Speedway and I was like, I'm going to get us a couple fountain drinks and I'm going to, put some gas in the car and whatnot. And I literally went in and this woman said, I'm going to pay for her stuff. All this has been happening since I've been working on being avoidant and everybody goes to me. And the hot and cold energy, right? So I'm changing that, but I can't change out here, right? Because that ain't how it works. It changes from in here. So I've been working on not being that person. When I really looked hard, how many people have I actually ghosted? How many people have I avoided? How many people have I ran from? A lot. No, and it's a reflection. It's a mirror. So if I don't want to go out with this guy because I think he's broke, he has too many kids, and when he looks straight at me, he's cross-eyed, or whatever the situation my stupid brain makes up to reject him, I'm not going to keep living that same situation over and over again, right? So another question I've had on Reddit was, have I manifested a specific person? Yes, but not for love. Okay, hear me out on this. I'm not using them, okay? I'm experimenting with my I am, okay? I'm experimenting with the law. I'm testing theory into reality is what I'm doing. So I've taken people, and don't worry, I put them in relationships, so it's all good. So I would take people, these guys, and then they would kind of vanish a little bit, and I would literally go into sats or just change my assumption, and they'd be right back over and over and over again. I never got marriage or a relationship because that wasn't what I was trying to do. I wasn't trying to manifest that. I was just seeing if I could keep bringing them back. You might think, well, that's really trippy and screwy and not right. And I wasn't messing with their feelings because they didn't care about me. These guys are in like every girl's inbox on social media. They're liking all their pictures. So why do I care? I don't. And they don't care about me. I'm just if I gave them the time of day, I'm just another one of their numbers. I don't want the community bicycle. I don't want the guy that's in every girl's inbox. I don't want the man that's liking every girl's picture. I want a man. I don't want a boy. So I didn't care. These are the kind of guys. So I didn't care about it. I was just like, okay, I'm experimenting. They're going out and I'm going to bring them back in. They're going out and I'm going to bring them back in. Right? And it works. It works. Until I changed my assumption on it, though, which I did. Guess what happened? I made the assumption I'll never hear from X, Y, and Z again. Didn't. The others would confess their love for me, and they did. And then I was like, well, you're not for me. You now have a girlfriend. So I basically created a third-party situation, and boom, they got girlfriends. I literally gave them a relationship. And you can do that, too. You can do that with yourself. But remember, it's not out here. It's not you. It's you in here. Out here ain't you. Meaning, you can't create from the 3D. Okay, I should rephrase that because somebody might get a little confused with that. You cannot create from your 3D. The 3D don't create you and your life circumstances. You create the 3D out here by what's in here and in your subconscious mind, okay? So just change your assumption about love. If you got you have a blockage. If you're not getting anywhere with something, you got a blockage somewhere. So it's either your mindset that everybody leaves you, or everybody's the same, or the dating life's fucked up, or he's in love with another girl. Well, guess what? He's gonna be. If that's what you assume and you really believe it, he's going to be. Okay? So you guys have to think about things like that. Like, be mindful of what you really believe and what you think. So if you change your assumptions, that I wouldn't go into saying I'm in a long-term committed relationship with my specific person. No, because when you're on the manifestation journey and as you level up spiritually, you might outgrow that specific person. So you might wake up one day and realize like you don't want this person anymore, or you might start liking someone else, or you might just want to recreate a whole other person that just shows up in your reality. Okay? I'm not telling you not to manifest a specific person. That's your business. But I'm just telling you that these are all real possibilities when it comes to manifesting a specific person, right? So you want to change how you look at love. Change it. I guarantee you, if you change your assumption, like, oh my God, look, every time I'm out in public, I see all these couples in love, and they're young, they're old, they're all holding hands, and he's so nice, he holds the doors open for her, he's doing this. If you change your assumption, guess what? You're going to start seeing more of that out here in your 3D. You'll start noticing that with couples. Okay? And then start being like, these men cannot get enough of me. They just keep talking to me all the time. Like, my phone is constantly blowing up. You know, keep it basic, but keep it open. You don't have to be like, so-and-so is blowing up my phone and affirming 24 hours a day. Like, say this guy's name is Gary, and you want to get Gary back, right? Or you have a crush on Gary. So you're going to affirm because some YouTube coach fucking told you, oh, if you affirm and keep affirming, you'll have that person. Don't even get me started. Don't get me started. Okay? Leave it open, because here's the truth they don't want you to know. All right? From somebody who really can manifest, as I am, and the other real I am creators that are on here. If you leave it open, guys, for love in general, you work on like you are the best thing since sliced bread, and you're never ghosted. You're never ignored. You are always the priority. Men just love you, or women just love you. They can't get enough of you. People love spoiling you. People just adore you. And honestly, you can do a blanket with all of that and just say, people love and adore me. That covers all of it, right? Just think that in your mind and assume it true. And guess what? Just leave that window open for the universe, yourself. You are the universe. Leave that door open. And guess who's going to start hitting you up? That specific person. You don't have to, guys, focus on one specific person. All right? That creates a lot of resistance. That is a lot of the reason why people do not have the person that they want. Because there's a lot of negative beliefs there. There's a lot of resistance. And that can hinder your manifestation from coming in. Especially when you can't render the control and you think that you have to be doing these techniques 24/7. Okay? So listen to what I'm telling you. Leave the window open to the universe, as in yourself, as I am, to bring and attract love, because you are the best thing since sliced bread. Not only are you going to attract love, but you're going to attract people that you would have never even dreamt up in a million years. Like, damn, that person's good looking. Or, damn, that person's so smart. Or people that you never even could have found them. And you're also going to attract your specific person. Right? You will. That's how it works. So, you level up consciousness into you are the best being ever who is never ghosted. You don't even think about that. Just get it out of your mind. You're never ghosted because it don't exist. People don't run from you because that doesn't exist. You don't need to be obsessing over love or a person every day of your life. That ain't getting you anywhere. All that's doing is it's a hindrance on your progress. Keep that window of opportunity open. Put yourself on a dating site if you have to. Go on some dates even though you don't want to. Get out there. What you're attracting will attract back to you. So you will hear from that specific person if you do this. I guarantee it. And if you stay on it, you could have that person. Eventually you'll have that person. But here's the ugly, dark truth about specific person's journey that a lot of people won't tell you guys. You might not want them anymore. You might wake up one day and be like, nah, I wasted all this damn time and now I don't even want them. Some people will lie to you, like these so-called coaches and other people, and say you are in a Sabbath state. No. No, you're not. Honey, you have raised your level of consciousness higher. That to where it is very possible, consciously, spiritually, you have outgrown this version of the person that you once knew them as. Does that make sense? So you might have to like recreate your whole person. Or assume it into existence, whatever it is that you wish. Okay? So just kind of look at it from that point of view. Like attracts like. Want attracts want. Waiting attracts waiting. Desperation attracts desperation. That's it. That's it. Keep it open. You will have weird things happen. Like you might even meet people or see your SP's name on your phone or out here in public or something. I don't believe in signs, okay? I don't. Because during my manifestation journey, I mean, consciously being aware of it, I didn't really notice it when I was unconsciously aware, but when I was consciously aware, I realized that those signs meant absolutely nothing. I didn't have really birds before landing or anything like that because I had signs, but nothing ever came of certain things, right? But at the same time, usually when I had signs, it was because it was part of the unfolding. It wasn't signs. It wasn't the birds before land. It was literally the matrix of the manifestation itself unfolding. It's the unfolding. And unfoldings can be instant. Unfoldings could take a little time. I've seen it do both. So, work on yourself. And that's how you can get rid of those limiting beliefs that are being reflected back to you. That you are awesome. You are loved. You are a chick magnet or a dude magnet. Everybody wants you. You are the best thing since sliced bread. You are awesome. You're hot. You know, whatever you want to tell yourself. And let love come to you and attract into your world without any resistance. And your SP will come waltzing right back in too. Guarantee it. That's real shit. You don't have to buy my membership. You don't have to listen to my coaching bullshit. From one real human being to another, I'm telling you right now, one consciousness to another. I'm telling you, it's that simple. That's how it works. That's why I've always had guys my entire life. I rejected almost all of them, but chasing me since I was a young girl, like teenager, because I've never had an assumption that they didn't. I always okay, I attract X, Y, and Z. And it's always been a thing because it's always been part of my reality. That's what you need to do. Make that part of your reality, and you will have opportunities everywhere. You might end up manifesting someone even better, beyond your wildest dreams, than that specific person that you wanted. Okay? I'm not telling you not to manifest that specific person or your ex back or anything like that. You can do what you want. It's your life. It's your reality. But I'm just telling you, this is the easier route. With no blockages, no resistance. Just give it a try and see what happens.